What's up, guys? This is Young Shot here, back here today to give you guys another video, and this time we're going to be talking about the situation in New York with Tim Hardaway Jr. and Carmelo Anthony. Now, you resume reports that Tim Hardaway Jr. signed with the New York Knicks. He is now a New York Knick again after being traded during draft night for exchange for Jerry Grant, which then led to Jerry Grant getting traded for Derrick Rose, which then led to Derrick Rose going free agency, and now Tim Hardaway going back with the team again to basically sign on. Carmelo Anthony, with his trade situation going to Houston, and very confident in his situation that he'll go to Houston to do a trade. Ever since Phil Jackson's gone, the management still has not changed the direction of the team, and pretty much is going to be Carmelo still basically being traded by the end of this offseason, most likely, or he's going to play out one more season with the Knicks and basically get the situation over with and basically move on from there. So let's get into it. Let's go into the situation that is Tim Hardaway Jr. and Carmelo Anthony. Alright, so let's begin. Tim Hardaway Jr. pretty much with his deal being 4 years, $71 million, that the Hawks declined. Many still felt it was a shock that the Hawks was pretty much going to give up Tim Hardaway Jr. That wasn't a shock, but the shock was how much money he was offered, and pretty much that the Hawks was only going to offer at least $50 million to Tim Hardaway, and the Knicks offered $21 million, which is $21 more million straight to Tim Hardaway Jr. And he was shocked and surprised by the deal that he did it. So now, pretty much with Anthony in his situation, ironically, he's likely on his way out, and the Knicks are undergoing a youth movement under the president or acting president, or as of now, and GM Steve Mills. And pretty much with Phil Jackson's departure, like I said, he hasn't changed management views on Carmelo Anthony and still wants him gone. Now, Tim Hardaway is 25 years old. He isn't joining the Knicks to reunite with Anthony, but potentially take the small forward spot if Steve Mills cannot dump Courtney Lee $12 million salary. In a statement, Mills said the Knicks are emphasizing youth, athleticism, accountability, and unselfishness. With recent reports with Carmelo Anthony and basically the Rockets, pretty much they have a trade lined up. They're looking for a third team to basically take in Ryan Anderson contract, so we all know who is basically be involving in the trade. It's going to be a whole bunch of people, such as, I feel, Ryan Anderson, I think a few other not qualifying picks, but some of the people that they traded for to basically let go, such as Tim Quarterman, such as Ryan Kelly, and such as other players that they got from those trades to basically build up cap to basically play for play for that Chris Paul deal. So, and down among the addition of Carmelo Anthony, Chris Paul in Houston swayed Carmelo Anthony to leaving his 10-year-old son in a faraway distance. Anthony and the Rockets star James Harden basically have been in contact. They want the ex-Knicks and Mike D'Antoni. All he wants to do basically is to win a title, and he's willing to let bygones be bygones with Anthony, according to Mike D'Antoni. Now, Cleveland is trying to sell European stash pick Selin Osman, a 22-year-old Turkish forward, for Carmelo Anthony, involved in other deals such as J.R. Smith or Mon Shumpert or Kevin Love straight up for him, including that stash pick. Meanwhile, the Rockets have a handful of non-guaranteed contracts, like I said, with Tim Quarterman and everything to include into the deal that can the Knicks can easily waive, but the Anthony's $28 million impact still is enormously hard to let go, especially under cap rule. To this date, the Knicks has not been interested in Ryan Anderson long-term contract. Like I said, they're trying to look for a third team with the developing updates so far. And Anderson is 29 years older than the Knicks' mid-20 ideal player. He also plays power forward, which is going to eat up time for Kristaps Porzingis and Willie Herman Gomez if Ryan Anderson, say, is traded to the Knicks. When Hardaway is arrived to New York on Thursday, he worked out with the former Knicks development coach for Sky Apartments. Regardless or not, Brickley worked with Anthony, that's the trainer, and nevertheless, Hardaway and Anthony may not work out together as Knicks. He was basically forced out with, for Carmelo to basically keep his contract or basically stay with the Knicks, and now it's vice versa where Tim Hardaway joins in with Carmelo Anthony, and now Carmelo Anthony is being pushed out. So that's pretty much how the report is with Tim Hardaway Jr. Now to basically give you my take on it, as we break it down even more and see how Carmelo Anthony can leave and Tim Hardaway could basically be the deciding factor onto all things. So here's my take on this Carmelo Anthony, Tim Hardaway Jr. situation. Now, Tim Hardaway Jr., young prospect. I still feel like we overpaid for Tim Hardaway, especially the fact of the matter is we could have still got him as our own and not have dealt him during draft day. But at the time, we needed a point guard, and we felt like Jerry Grant would be that guy. Did not turn out to be that guy at all. And pretty much we had to accept the fact that we needed to fill up that point guard position. Derrick Rose, good at the time, basically picked him up. Still on his last leg in Chicago. We traded for him, and pretty much Derrick Rose did what he had to do. It's just, again, it wasn't long term. It was just pretty much a short term plan. So now in this case, with him signing now for $71 million for 4 years, I can expect Tim Hardaway Jr. to basically be the impactful force, to be that scorer for the Knicks, especially how the team runs, and what they need is just basically a scorer. And I feel like he can be that guy, especially how he improved with the Atlanta Hawks. He can be that guy to basically put in the buckets, relied on to basically do isolation, especially if Melo's gone. We need somebody to score. Now you got Kristaps Porzingis as well, from pretty much with his stretch shooting. You can play pick and roll with him now. Tim Hardaway would be a very good pick and roll guy to basically score off the pick and roll. And also I feel like he would make the smart decision, knowing his basketball IQ is on high. Kristaps Porzingis should get a lot of open looks, especially with Frank Nicotellini, if he's healthy to play enough and everything. Now, as far as the Carmelo situation, I think this will easily force him out, especially with the Knicks rumored to have newfound interest in doing a trade for Carmelo to the Houston Rockets, but still not ready to take on Ryan Anderson's contract. And plus, they don't want to eat up any of the youth that's there, so they don't want to eat up any time, especially dumping contracts to New York. Houston has a lot of non-guaranteed contracts, such as Tim Quarterman, such as Sean Long, such as Ryan Kelly. These young players still trying to develop and still trying to be there for their team. Well, not be there for the team, but still trying to prove to the team that I'm a NBA player. I feel like the Knicks, especially with their youth movement, needs to take advantage of this opportunity and literally take the trade, get rid of Carmelo Anthony, even though he's 33 years old, and still have some gas in the tank, and start with the rebuilding process, bearing knowing that from right now that Carmelo Anthony is not going to be the guy to basically take over New York, and it has to be Kristaps Porzingis. So with all that, and basically with the Knicks youth movement and Carmelo going straight to Houston, all the trade that needs to do is just basically find a third team to basically take on Ryan Anderson contract. Once they do, I feel like the Knicks and Rockets should have an easy agreement. Knicks get what they want, Rockets get what they want, and it pretty much goes from there. For Tim Hardaway, he will basically start that 2-guard spot or the 3-guard spot, depending if the Knicks cannot find a trade for Courtney Lee, which I still say they're gonna try to keep him just for a little bit and try to find a trade for him during the trade deadline. But regardless of that, Tim Hardaway Jr. is now a Knick, and it looks closer and closer that Carmelo Anthony will be leaving for Houston Rockets, involved in a trade, and pretty much will leave the city of New York. So thank you guys for tuning in. I have to give you guys more updates for sure. I have to get more videos out. I've been currently busy at the time during the summer, but I'm pretty sure I'll give you guys more videos of Summer League or anything, pretty much anything that pops in my mind, any ideas. So thank you guys for tuning in. This is Young Shot. I'm out. Peace.
Yes.